Hi guys, so this is my third video on this channel and I was wondering what I should do about, and I was talking to my friends and they said that I should talk about how my experiences with online friends and what people think of them, and yeah, so some of my experiences are that I've made some of the closest friends through online, and yeah, so basically I've met my friend Sky and my friend Jordan and my friend Caroline all through virtual reality sites, and we basically talk every single day through text or phoning, and then every couple of days or something we all Skype each other for like hours on end, and it's just what I've always known, because I've always been quite a shy person, so I've always preferred staying on the internet. And I think if you're in a virtual reality setting, you can come out of your shell more and no one will judge you for anything, and basically you can just be yourself but not anyone see you, so they can't judge you on it. And that's how I've made some of my closest friends. Now, because I speak to them a load, my parents have found, obviously had them talking to them, ask me who they are, ask me where they're from, how do you know them, and I think it's a generation thing, because my parents and my grandparents, they're like, oh, they're strangers, you don't want to talk to them, you don't know them, they could be anyone. But I've really got to know them, and literally I'd class them as friends, even though I've never met them in real life. I've seen them on Skype so many times that it's just, we all have a laugh, we all act like we've known each other for ages, where my friend Sky and my friend Jordan, I've known them, I think, between half a year and a year now, and Caroline only a couple of months, but they're some of my closest friends, and I can really tell them anything. This is my experiences with social media and meeting people online. Second part of this video is my advice to people. Basically, you do have to be careful of who you speak to, because I was lucky to find these friends, and I knew they were going to be okay, because literally the day I met them on a virtual reality site, which was Habbo, I know, so old, the day I met them on there, we were talking, we were having so many laughs over chat, and then they were like, oh, why don't you give us your Skype and we can Skype? And at the time I was very nervous, because obviously in the game I didn't make myself look like me at all, and I got really nervous and scared that they were going to judge me about how I looked, or the way I spoke or anything like that. But they were super nice, and we basically talked for hours, and then so that grew my confidence, because they didn't judge me at all. With the internet, it's a good place, but you have to be very careful of who you speak to, because there are loads of weird and horrible people out there, and you basically, if they're not going to go on video chat or even voice call with you, and refuse and keep making up excuses that they can't because they've got a webcam, or I would start getting a bit worried. But it's like, definitely ask them for Facebook or Skype or Snapchat, because you can see proper pictures of that person, and literally like even Skype them. Like, it's like this, you can see them talking, you can see them moving, you can see that that's actually that real person. There are some other signs, such as like them being off with you if you try to ask them to video chat, if they're harassing you, if they don't speak a lot, like they could be busy, but they might be just a catfishing person. And I've also met Caroline through this, because she was friends with my friend Jordan through Habbo, and he introduced her to me because he thought that I would like her, and I obviously have, because I've literally, just before making this video, I was on Skype with her for about 3 hours with Jordan, and we just have such a laugh, and we all have basically the same kind of humour, so we get on very well. So yeah, that is my experience of online friends and some of my advice to make sure that they're actually the person. And I think it's just good to make online friends, even if your parents, if your parents are not letting you, then obviously, but because of my mum at first was a bit cautious and saying, oh, you don't know the person, they could be a real stranger, they could like be a real weirdo. And this is when I was first starting to talk to Sky and Jordan on Skype, because she didn't understand anything. And now that I've been friends with them for over 6 months to a year, she acknowledges that they're my friends and that we talk a lot, and she knows where they live, and whenever we go down to see my auntie, we go through the town. But I haven't met them yet, but I am planning on meeting them at some point in the near future. So yeah, and sorry about that light coming from my mirror. It's because I have my light on up here and it reflects, and it's very, very bright. That is why I'm sitting in front of it. Alright, so I'll see you in the next video. Bye!